I'm going to go ahead and introduce week 4 to you, June 25th through July the 1st. We're looking at the present progressive. You're going to want to study pages 174 to 176, 186 to 189, 198 to 201, and you're going to want to review pages 152 to 175. After completing this week's assignments, you should be able to use the present progressive to discuss that which is happening at the moment and to discuss food and eating preferences. You should also be able to order meals and to discuss cooking and recipes. You are also going to be assessed on your ability to describe daily routines and habits, as well as how to express your personal care needs. You are being assessed also on your ability to compare objects and people, as well as your ability to describe people or things using superlatives. You're also being assessed on your ability to use the present progressive to discuss that which is happening at the moment. This week's assignments address student learning outcomes 1, 2, 3, and 5, and they're all due on the 28th. So again, you're going to start by watching instructor-made videos. You'll find videos on Chapter 6 vocabulary and the present progressive. After you're done watching the videos, you're going to want to click on the class participation forum, click on the thread, hit reply, and post any questions or concerns you have about the material covered in the videos, or any other questions or concerns you have about the class. But remember, this is a check-in, so it is required for you to post something. If you don't have any questions or concerns, then just simply post that. Okay, oral dialogue. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, you created a script for oral dialogue 1. You then had people critique your oral dialogue. This workshop will be here just above the oral dialogue. You will want to click on it and see what people said, including myself, regarding what you plan to say. And then when you're ready, you'll click on oral dialogue 1. This video just restates the questions. All right, and then you're going to want to hit record, and then you will make a recording like what I'm doing right now. And then when you're done, you will want to paste that link when you hit add submission. You just need to make sure that you paste the link to your video right here and then hit save changes, or else I won't see it. If you have trouble with ILOS, make sure, it would be a good idea to maybe do this early, because if you have trouble with ILOS, then you can reach out to me. I do have some other ways that you could do your recording. Okay. Writing assignment. A couple weeks ago, you also did a draft of a writing assignment. Last week, that writing assignment was critiqued. So this workshop will be here. Okay. You'll want to open it up, see what feedback you got from your classmates and from me, and when you're ready, you'll click on the final draft of writing assignment 1, and you'll click add a submission, and you'll just paste in the box. I'll show you. You'll paste in the box right here your first little essay, and incorporating the changes that were suggested by me and your classmates. Okay. You also have a test on Chapter 5. Okay, test 3. You have 3 hours and 1 attempt, so don't open it until you're ready. Okay, so los artículos personales. What objects do you typically use to get ready in the morning? Label each of the numbered items. Be sure to include the definite article, el or la, in your answer. So you'll just go through and write what's number 1, what's number 2, okay? Then what items do these people use in the morning? Complete each sentence with an appropriate word from the word bank. Be sure to use each word only once. So then you'll read these definitions or sentences and decide what word would best complete them from the word bank. Okay, can you identify the following parts of the daily routine? You will look at these pictures and decide, is this person peinarse, acostarse, bañarse? And you'll just write the word that represents what's going on in the picture in the blank. Okay, you don't need to change it, just write it in there. It's just vocabulary. Here, las mañanas de la familia Chavez, you're going to listen to the description of one family's morning routine. So you can click on this button and play. Okay, and you're going to decide whether each statement is cierto or falso. If the information is not given, select no se menciona. So you'll just write cierto, falso, or no se menciona in the blanks. Conjugar los verbos reflexivos. You're going to, this does not give you a word bank. You remember those reflexive verbs are like bañarse, ducharse, cepillarse. pick which one you would need to complete each sentence, and then you need to conjugate it correctly. So remember, when you're using reflexive verbs, you're going to need to have the verb and you're going to need to have the pronoun. Remember that reflexive pronouns are written before conjugated verbs or attached to infinitives. Okay, here. Choose the word that best completes each superlative statement. So you're given choices, and you just need to pick which of those words best completes the statement. And here, ¿qué están haciendo? Complete each sentence with the correct present progressive form of the verb provided. Remember, present progressive takes the form of a star and then the present participle. So each verb that's in parentheses, you will put in its present participle form. And then you need a form of a star conjugated to reflect who it is that's playing football or who it is that's washing their face. And if you have a reflexive pronoun, you have to do something with it as well. Remember, it can either go in front of the conjugated verb, which would be the estar, or attached to the attached to the present participle, which is the ando yendo word. Okay. Here, Rosa and her roommates, Dora and Clara, have been neglecting their chores for a couple weeks and need to clean their apartment. Complete their conversation with the correct form of the logical verbs from the word bank. So you're given the verbs. You don't need to change them. Just plug them into the sentences. Actually, take that back. Sometimes you are going to need to change them. So you pick the verb, plug them into the sentence, change them when they need to be changed. So usually, most of the time you conjugate a verb, but if it's following something like tener que, you wouldn't conjugate it. Or if it's following something like gustar, you wouldn't conjugate it. And here, complete the following sentences by conjugating a verb from the word bank in the present progressive. Again, you're going to choose the word that best completes the sentence, and then you're going to put it in its present progressive form, which means you're going to change it to its ando yendo form. You're changing it to a participle, and you have to have a form of a star with it as well. And the star gets conjugated for whomever is playing football, etc. Okay, here, los quehaceres y los accesorios. This is vocabulary. Complete each sentence with an appropriate household chore or item. And the last thing, donde vivir. Read the descriptions of 3 houses for rent in Costa Rica. Then, based on the information provided, write words that best complete the comparative sentence. So half the sentence is given to you. You just need to plug in what's missing. And that's everything that you have to do for this test. Okay. You also have oral dialogue preparation. So you have another oral dialogue coming up. This is the second one. You should have 3 to do for me. So again, you've got some questions. So in this, again, this is a workshop. So you'll just, when you start preparing your submission, you're just going to answer these questions written. Next week, someone will critique it. And then the 3rd week, you will actually do the oral presentation. You'll speak. Okay. And you also have assignment 6 where you're going to visit my language labs and complete these activities. So I have my language labs already open. So if I click on the 28th, there they are. I just open each one up. I answer the questions. And then I hit finish and submit for grading. Okay. And that's everything that you have to do for week 4.